Hello, Mirror here with the next ELEX video. So we are continuing our questing in Dome City. So we have a quest to speak to Paige, and she should be around here somewhere. Yeah?
What do we have here? Fresh meat?
Paige? It is Paige, right? I haven't seen you in a long while.
That's because I get out of the way every time I see you coming, Ray. How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I didn't think they'd ever let one of us in again. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
And you just let them do that?
Of course I didn't let them. But getting around their ban isn't simple. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
About your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right? I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes. Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right. And that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from the Separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards. And that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave the city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine, and even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons, and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where can I find Radok?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine. With luck, he'll still be out there.
Alois knows about your weapons delivery. He wants it stopped.
Are you saying he knows I found a way to get some weapons? Where does he keep getting his intelligence from? Still, cat and mouse is what we play, isn't it? So I suppose there's no real change. I need the weapons. He wants to stop me, and so we dance our dance. Better arm.
Okay, so for this one, since we are outlaws, we are going to help her. And we are going to screw up
Hey,
alloys.
have you got a few shards for a veteran? Help me out and I'll tell you about the city.
This guy reminds me of my brother. We had to beg for a while when we ran short of shards. We would have starved if it wasn't for the little people gave to us. Give him a chance, huh?
There, take this.
Thanks. Thank you. Oh, I won't forget this. And since you have helped me, I'll make sure my contacts hear about it. You help me, I'll help you. Come back in a few days, yeah? I'll have something that might interest you.
Tell me about the city.
Right, well, where to start? First off, a lot of people are avoiding the north of the city. This place always has something going on, but right now, there's really something brewing. That means the north isn't exactly welcoming unless you're a thug. The western section's safer. You're okay there as long as you don't break the law or look funny or say something the clerics don't like. The southern part, well, that is really quiet. Nothing really happens there, but wherever you are, you should know the clerics are watching. Alois, he runs this place and he hates thieves and beggars and trouble causers and pretty much anyone. He thinks he's God's messenger or something, and that means he's got one big old stick up his ass. So don't piss him off. If you ignore anything else, don't ignore that advice. Don't piss off the clerics. There now, you are fully informed.
I stopped
Hey, that
listening
was
whenever
great.
she opens her mouth.
Okay, so we shouldn't screw up the clerics, but I will do that since we are outlaws. So let's kind of mark that quest. I have an idea where it is, but so we do not kind of run around like crazy. Yeah, I've known that that is somewhere around this bridge. So let's... I want to mark it, I guess. We could use this teleporter, but I wanna go by this bridge. It's just something to see. Okay. I wanted to see how much money we have. Well, let's try this mob with melee combat, not the range one. See what happens there. Should be interesting. Like, this is a pack leader, so he should be pretty strong. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, so I managed to combo my attacks this time. Okay, and the reason is I wanted to get to this NPC.
Well, I guess that's my questions answered. Ray, you old son of a bitch. I was starting to think you weren't still alive.
You know, I am sort of surprised about that myself.
Well, 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 here he is. Large as life and right in front of me. I guess this means we really do have ourselves a problem now, don't we? I still want the shards for the contract, or for Ray's hide. So, are you gonna pay me? Or am I gonna have to claim on the contract?
Okay.
What are you looking at, huh?
What?
What are you looking...
Like, this is really weird. Let me reload and leave the ray behind. See if this save works. Okay, so I will tell Ray to go to the camp.
You should.
And let's see what happens now. We should be able to talk to this guy. I think he saw Ray. I don't know. That's okay. So I've messed up all of my combo, but still, we managed to kill this mob pretty easily. Let's try to talk now to this guy.
What are you looking at, huh? What are you looking at, huh?
Interesting. I think he will come to Dome City later on, and maybe then we will be able to... There's something under here. He should have the raise contract, and like we have to get it from him. Or did we already get it? I'm not sure. How many... Like maybe that's the reason why it's... To me looks like it's acting funny. Maybe we already did it. So this is... We already have 3 of those, so maybe we did it. One was that guy in tower, one was at the lift. Okay, so I guess we actually did it, maybe. Maybe he was at the Dome City and I forgot that we did it already, so... I guess I should have gotten Ray to help me with the quest here, but... We'll have to solve it, I guess. Okay, so we got the Redox report, so let's see what it says. What did we get there? Some ring? Let's see if... Yeah, it's a duplicate. And this one is actually better, so... Yeah, I want to see what that was. Okay, and where's that report? Delivery notice. Okay, this one gave us experience. This probably some... Okay, I'm not sure where did we get this. I think it was on some near tower, I think, at that old building. Okay, this is all about some like flyer for promoting you should join Infinite Skies. This is something from Old World. And there is Redox report. Okay. So let's speak to this guy.
You once possessed great ELEX abilities, didn't you? You're probably a soldier from Zakor, possibly even a commander, but you are now free from ELEX, and from the orders that come from the heart of Zakor. Have you come here to die like the clerics that I just killed? Or are you here to trade?
What can you offer me?
The weapons of my enemies. Never used. Dropped once. Well cleaned. You won't find a drop of their blood on them. I have traveled alone since I left Zakor, and I wish to remain so. Still, if you have information to give me, that would be useful. Information and shards are what an alb needs to survive in the lands of the free people. Not that either of those things help these clerics keep their lives.
Tell me about the fight with the clerics.
They're fanatics. They attacked me without question. I was left with no choice but to kill them. Well, I killed 2, There are 2 others nearby who are prolonging their lives by hiding. It's good you aren't one of them. The dangers that we separatists face are increasing every day, and the followers of Kalan offer us nothing but threats. But I have business to conclude before we speak. It seems there are 2 followers of Kalan nearby who are anxious to see their god in person, and I must send them on their way. Quickly, decide. Will you stand with me in battle?
You can count on me.
Good. Then let us send Kalan as followers. This one's mine!
Okay, we should have dodged first, then attack later. Okay. If we are like with clerics, I will probably help the clerics, but since we are outlaws, let's be outlaws. And I will take 1 burger.
The clerics lie in the dirt, and there is no sign of their so-called god. Let us hope the stench of these bodies makes the rest of his followers think before they challenge the separatists. Loyalty should be rewarded. Loyalty is what will save us from the free people.
Paige sent me.
Paige? Do I know Paige? Faces and names of the free people? They merge into one. But you must mean the woman from the domed city. I remember she was interested in the weapons I have for sale.
Why are you supplying her with weapons?
It is an opportunity, as long as my weapons promote fighting among the free people. The more they kill each other, the less of a threat they are to me. Here, give her this. It should be enough for her to start her plans. I will arrange to deliver the rest to her in due time.
Interesting, I think we have a combat level 3.
And what about me? Do you have any gear I could use?
I see you have learned the ways of the free people. There. I can't do anything more for you.
Okay, nice.
Beware of the...
That wasn't too bad to get that. Okay, so let's teleport. Let's pick a prey. Okay. Oh, let me see here. I guess we already did the... picked up his contract from that guy, and I was kinda confused, so... Like in some previous Piranha Bytes games, you could bug the NPC if you do something the wrong way, or if, well, it happens. So I was kind of worried if I bugged it. In my previous playthrough, I didn't bug any NPC, I think. Well, it didn't look that way to me, so maybe I did, but everything worked out fine. So let's go to the page. Where is she? She in here? Nope. Well, yeah, she should be marked the map, so yeah.
You're back in business.
Good. I was hoping for some higher caliber stuff, but this will do. If you'd brought spitballs and blowpipes, I'd find someone to buy them. People just aren't feeling safe right now. Here, this is for getting your feet sore and arranging the deal.
Yeah, let's see what Alois will think about this. Hopefully they won't throw us out of the city. I think the worst thing that can happen, maybe they won't trade with us, I think, maybe. But I haven't tested this out, to be honest.
About the Outlaw's weapons delivery. Someone else took delivery of the weapon shipment.
What? Who? I needed to stop those weapons getting out into the city. Didn't you promise to help me? I gave you the shards you needed to do the job. And this is how you repay my trust? Newcomers, why do you cause so much trouble? Show me your ID.
Okay, so we have the original ID, it's not the fake one. Hopefully he won't take it.
Here it is.
Well, it looks all right. Seeing as that's valid, I will have to let you go. But if you aren't willing or able to help me, then you should go and leave me to get on with my work.
Okay, he definitely
Just one more.
wasn't happy about that, and I'm not sure if we would have got some other quest if we finished that quest for him, not for for Paige. I will try that out in some different playthrough. And the next NPC that I wanna find, she should be somewhere around here, I think. Yeah.
An outlaw? I don't see too many of you up here. But then the clerics don't set out to make you feel too welcome, do they? But you should know that I don't feel like that. In fact, I used to be one of you. I know, traitor, you left Tavar and all that. But as it goes, I have tried all of the factions except the Albs.
You were an outlaw before?
That's a long story. If you're really interested in my tale, then I will tell you, of course.
Sure, let's hear it. I'd like to hear it. You want to tell me over drinks sometime, or tell us here?
Tell me your story. How did you end up joining the clerics?
Right, I'll give you the full version. Well, the short version of the full version.
Just get on with it.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short. So, I grew up in Goliath in Edan. My father and mother were both born berserkers, and so that meant I was too. Back then, Bajar ruled over Goliath. As a child, I had no interest in the laws, of course. But when I was about 12 years old, one of the warlords came to our home. He took my parents, and I was left on my own to survive in the city. I remember him. I remember my parents leaving. And I remember me screaming. But everything else is gone. It's just a blur.
What happened to your parents?
Well, what else? They were exiled. Nobody ever told me why they were exiled. I still don't know what they did, even today. I hate the Berserker laws. Nothing against the Berserkers. They're just people. It's the laws I hate. I think what the Berserkers want to do with Magalan is right. But I can never forgive them for what they did to my parents. Why was I punished for whatever my parents did? Why wasn't I told what had happened? I swore never to return, and I haven't set foot in Edan again.
Where did you go?
Wherever I needed to survive. That meant running from reavers and wild animals. It didn't take long for some reavers to take me captive. And then, I don't want to talk about that. I was lucky, though. After several years, the reavers were attacked by some of the Duke's outlaws, and they took me back to Tavar. I learned how to fight, how to live off scrap. Life wasn't much different from Edan, but there wasn't the same raptor shit. The laws. You could be who you were, and no one judged you.
Then why didn't you remain with the outlaws?
Because the reavers who'd taken me captive came to the fort and wanted to speak to the Duke. I think they wanted to take me back. I fled when they saw me. I didn't want to be taken back, or for them to kill me to hide their crime. When I left the fort, I ran into a cleric patrol. They convinced me to go to the Hort with them. Not that I really needed that much convincing. All those hours taking scrap apart and putting it back together in Tavar really paid off there. The clerics recognized that I was good with technology. So, I've been working on mechs and AI systems since then. Building things. Trusted. Part of a team. And it's easier being with mechs. They don't judge anyone. They treat everyone the same. Like this place. I know it's not perfect. But outlaws, berserkers, clerics, even elves are seen as people. At least that's the vision. Not always the way it happens. That's another reason to maintain these mechs. To protect what we have here. Well, I hope you find your place in the world. It's good when you do.
Okay, so for listening to her story, we actually got some experience.
What are you doing here in Abessa?
I take care of the mechs and drones here in the city, which means I coordinate and plan their maintenance and upgrades. When I'm lucky, I get to roll up my sleeves and do some of the actual maintenance, which I'm having to do quite a lot with all the technicians we're missing. Say, are you good with technology?
Do we have crafting 6?
I know enough to work on mechs.
You do? Maybe we could take you on in a permanent position here in the city.
Do you think they would employ me?
That's true. Alois has security concerns about taking anyone who's not been in the city long enough. So, yeah, maybe I should look for someone else. On the other hand, if you're looking for some part-time work, I could still use your help. I have 4 people I've been told I should look at for taking the technician's job, but I don't have time to gauge their abilities. Would that be something you could do for me? I'd pay you.
Yeah, I'll talk to your candidates.
Great. The 4 names I have are Daryl, Naira, Rorik, and Riley. Though I'm really not sure about Riley. There's something about him I don't trust. But speak to each of them and let me know whether you think they might have the right skills and abilities for the job. Oh, and I'll need you to let me know about their loyalties. You know, can they work with clerics? Do they hate us? We'd be trusting them with the mechs and AI that defend the Dome City. So I don't want to employ anyone who might still be thinking about their faction, not our security.
About the candidates for technician.
Yes?
Tell me about Naira.
Naira is an Alb separatist, so a bit of a long shot for loyalty. But she should have the technical ability we need. She's somewhere in the west of the city with the other separatists, in the slums.
You want to employ a separatist as a technician?
We need someone, and I don't think your faction always says who you are. Albs are usually very good with technology, but you're right. I don't know if we can trust her.
Tell me about Daryl.
Daryl is an outlaw. He's applied to be a technician, but I don't know why. So I want to know his motives and what his technical experience is. I'm hoping you can get that information. If he's skilled and trustworthy, then employing him might show that we do trust outlaws here. But I don't know that much about him. I don't even know where to find him.
What do you know about Rorik?
Rorik is a berserker. I think I last saw him somewhere around Vito's pub. It might seem weird to consider a berserker, but I was one once. And I know Rorik used to work extracting ELEX from machines in Goliath, so he knows about technology. And I think I could teach him everything else that he needs to know. And it would show that we were reaching out to the berserkers who have come to the Dome City. Their magic is very powerful, and they're strong warriors. We will need their help if the Albs attack us from Zakor. But it'll be important to find out if he's prepared to have anything to do with technology before we think of offering him the job.
Okay, so we find out something about those guys. So let's speak to all of them, and then we'll decide who we should employ, basically, or Paige will employ. Wasn't Paige, Vivian, I think. Okay, I'm kinda with the names, like I see the name and I forget it, like for real. Too many names in this game. So let's find those guys. I know where Naira is, and that other guy, I mean, berserkers are here, so he should be somewhere around here. Is this guy?
Hey,
I think.
you're new here in the city, right?
Yes, I've just arrived.
I thought so. I saw you come through the gate, you see? Anyway, I want to ask you something, if that's alright. Have you been to Edan recently? To the Berserkers' city of Goliath, to be exact. A good friend of mine is still there.
Who's your friend?
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the Mana Shrine. At least, he was when I left. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother, Grimar, from the Alb Converter. Do you know what happened to him?
Okay, we did that quest. So let's tell him what happened.
Kral is dead.
No. Shit. Maybe if I'd stayed... You know, I was even planning how I could get to Goliath to see if I could get him out of there. I had this feeling something bad would happen to him. First his brother and then him. A curse on all of Edan. And thanks anyways.
Tell me about your life in Edan.
Me? I was a worker at the pit. You know, I extracted ELEX from old machines so it could be transmuted into mana. I always wanted to join the Hooded Crows and learn the art of magic, but it wasn't to be. My parents forbade me from trying. My clan told me to stop trying. Not that any of that stopped me. And that's what got me banished. I stole mana from the shrine to try and learn magic myself. And I got myself caught. They sentenced me to exile in the Valley of the Damned, but I escaped. I'd seen the Domed City when I was sent on patrol, so when I left Edan, this was the place I thought of. And here I am.
I would like to learn Berserker magic.
Well, it's pointless asking me. I didn't manage to learn anything useful before I was exiled. You've already said that you're allied to Tavar. It's nonsense to go to the Berserkers as an outlaw and ask them about the secrets of their magic. There's no way they will teach you.
Vivian sent me.
Is it about the technician job for the clerics?
Yes.
I'm interested, but I'm not sure that this is the job for me. I mean, I've not had much to do with technology. I've tried to learn since I came to Abessa, but I'm still only just starting out.
So, now you've left Edan. What do you think about the clerics?
I'm grateful they let me in. They don't bother me, and I don't bother them. I'm not a berserker anymore. I live here.
What experience do you have with technology?
Well, back in Goliath, I used to take machines apart. There aren't many I've not seen from the inside. It's strange, really. My job used to be to get rid of technology, but now all I want to do is put it back together. The clerics make some incredible things. I mean, just look at the dome. That's an amazing feat of engineering.
If you get orders you don't like, will you run away from here like you did from Edan?
I don't know. But the clerics don't ban some people from doing some things and not others. If I want to learn about technology, they'll let me. They're the same with everyone.
I've heard enough.
Okay. Right. I'll see you then.
Okay, so he seems pretty okay to recommend. So let's see what about the Alp Separatist. Okay, there she is.
What does an anarchist want with me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land. Although, there is something different about you. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
Okay, so we can either... Well, let's be honest, like... Or the second one. Why not?
I was an Alp myself once.
Yes. You stopped taking ELEX. That is rare. Which makes me question how you did it.
Vivian sent me. About the technician job.
I am without question the best candidate they will find. Therefore, selecting me is the logical choice. But I need proof that the clerics are really willing to work with me. If I am to work for the clerics, then I would like to be paid. The free people seem to value shards above all things, and so payment would be proof that they take me seriously.
What are your qualifications for this job?
I served as the battlefield technician for my unit in Zakor. I have already discovered errors in the AI systems of the clerics' mechs, and I would be able to modify them. Even the dome isn't running as efficiently as it could. That is another thing I could improve.
Do you think you can work with the clerics?
I think it would be better if this city was led by an alb or a machine. But I understand that it isn't up to me to determine this. So yes, I could imagine working with them in the existing circumstances, despite their inefficiencies.
Okay, so we can pay her if we want to hire her. I think I will hire her as a cleric and not as an outlaw. since we are doing 3 playthroughs, I can check out what happens if we hire the Berserker. And I'm going to do that once I'm a Berserker. And I will now do the Outlaw for this one. But let's... I want to see something. Like I hit F5.
If I'm...
Will we get some experience if we give her 500 shards?
You will get your payment.
Good.
Not really. Not giving her then those 500 shards. I was kind of wondering if we get... Okay. Just checking if I have my 500 shards back. The last... I think this is the guy. What is he doing? Like picking up grass? And drinking beer?
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? Or a nobody, like most people out there?
Don't you recognize an outlaw when one's standing in front of you?
Oh yeah. Should have trusted my nose instead of my eyes. But as far as I see it, the way we are now, we should get along wonderfully with each other. I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't have even spoken to me, right?
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab, it's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way, you'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
What business?
Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right, if there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now, I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon, while Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
You know, helping the Duke out is probably a good idea. He gets kind of pissed when he finds out you didn't.
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Vivian sent me to talk to you about the technician's job.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to apply for the job. And I'm willing to pay any price to get it. While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me, there isn't anybody who will pay you as much as I will.
How good are you with technology?
Absolutely crap. I don't know one end of a screwdriver from, well, a hammer, to be honest. But I'm a fast learner, and if I have someone I can ask, then the rest won't be a problem. And did I mention the whole financially rewarding aspect of selecting me as the candidate?
What do you think about the clerics?
What's this got to do with the job? This job is about technical reliability, and I can assure you that I am technically reliable. And as for my interests, you can count on me being a pacifist. I want to do anything to avoid a war, and the better access I have to new information, the better equipped I'll be to ensure a war doesn't suddenly break out without anybody seeing it coming.
I've heard enough.
Okay, and remember to put in a good word for me with Vivian. I'll make it worth your while.
Okay, so for this playthrough, since we are outlaws, we're helping this guy. Now, if that's a good choice, to be honest, I'm not sure. To me, the most kind of... I would maybe go with the Berserker guy. He seems to be like the least... doesn't have any agendas, to be honest, so maybe he's kind of the best choice, but we'll see. So let's
about the candidates for technician.
Yes?
Daryl?
You should make the outlaw Daryl your technician.
Well, I said we might be able to trust an outlaw, but tell me what it was that convinced you.
Interesting. Maybe go with the second one.
He doesn't know much about technology, but he definitely wants the job. I think he will learn quickly. He is highly motivated.
I was hoping for someone more experienced. I don't have much time to teach other people as well as keep things going here. But, all right. Okay. We will try it. If he isn't good for anything, I can always let him go. Thank you for helping me with the selection. Here. Your payment, as promised. I'd better go and take care of my new recruit right away. This should secure us going forward. At least I hope so.
We're doing great.
Okay, so I'm not sure if Daryl will come here.
May Kalan...
Or... She said she'll do it right away, so maybe we should follow her. Be interesting if Daryl is right here, and we were just...
You don't know that either, whatever you say.
I don't agree to just anything, so try again.
Yeah, but see where she is going.
Don't talk, that's all he is.
Yeah.
He's been bothering me with that for days now.
The dome is a gift from Kalan. Never forget that.
I guess she's doing something there. Let's find Daryl. See if we get...
Hey, thanks for the recommendation. I got the job as Vivian's technician. And so, before I do the work, you get the pay. An outlaw always pays his debts.
Did we get some money? Like... I'm not sure.
Blah. I got that taste in my mouth again like I bit into a bowl of ashes.
Let's kind of see what they talk about.
Blah.
Okay.
May Kalan...
I'm not sure if we got some money from that. That kind of didn't say. Not sure what quest next to do. Did you pick up some quest along the way? Yeah, we can do this one and then like... wait. Oh, that's for Lutz. I was thinking that there was the other guy upstairs. So let's speak to Lutz, then I think that should be enough for this video. How are we doing on experience wise? Yeah, almost 22.
I heard you are having trouble establishing communications with the Horde in Ignadon.
That is just... Wait. How do you know that? That's confidential.
Let's go with the second one.
I just overheard someone talking about it.
So the word is out? That is a worry, a real worry. Well, we can't waste any more time. We need to fix that comms relay station before anyone tries to take advantage of our problems. Since you're in the know, can you help me?
You want the help of an outlaw?
I'm appealing to your reason. How does it help anyone if we lose our defenses? You must understand that. If you don't help us, we could lose everything we have here. And if things fall apart out there, you can be certain that it will get bloody for everyone.
What's so important about fixing your communications right now?
We're awaiting the delivery of some combat mechs. But they haven't arrived, and we've no way to check why without communications being re-established. That's why we've got to get the link back up now, so we can find out what's going on.
What do you need combat mechs for?
I don't know. I guess they're worried about security. And supplies. We need firepower to get enough food and tech spares into the dome to keep things going. And that's before the Alps. Zakor might have left us alone recently, but who knows how long that'll last. But it's not just about mechs. It's about food and news and everything else. We need a link with the Horde to keep this place going. We need to get this fixed as soon as possible. And please, please, keep this problem confidential. Otherwise, we are very likely to face even greater challenges. Here are the coordinates of the relay station that's gone down. It's over to the northeast of the city. Head that way and keep looking out for an antenna on the horizon. But I have no idea what the issue is there. You might be able to fix it at the bottom, but there's a chance you might have to climb the antenna mast. There will be a device somewhere on site that you can use to recalibrate the antenna. I hope that'll be enough to fix the problem.
Okay, so let me see. I think we already have the quest marked. Yeah. Should we fight that monster? Yeah, why not? Oh, but we will pull more than just... Let's leave them alone. Let's go and fix that antenna. Like, we will always have some monsters along the way to fight. If we are doing quest, I will try to, like, not fight the ones that I do not have to fight. Okay. So there are some shields and those...
And now, fortifications. Aren't you in the least bit scared?
Of what?
Anything. I mean, you might be feeling good, but this stuff scares the hell out of me.
Okay, we definitely figured it out that there are Alps here. So let's see what's going on here. Oh no, oh no, this one has that flamethrower. Okay, so let's kinda drink one potion and take one stack of this and pull our swords and let's help Ray quickly.
Oh fuck, I suppose I'll have to deal with this.
should really try the heavy attack once. So let's try this. No, 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 man. Let's drink one of these. Hopefully he won't hit us again. Okay, so Ray is doing the job there. Okay, that was one heavy attack there for you. Okay, let's pull the sword back. See what these albs have. Okay, pretty nice. Yeah, just the elixir, but that is always appreciated, man. And some natural elix. Yeah, I wanna kinda run around the downstairs, then I will go up, see if I loot something here. Are those explosives? Yep, I answered that. So we could have pulled those albs there and then killed them like that. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I stacked up some food there.
So, that creature's down to me.
Oh, Ray is doing so much damage to him.
So, that creature's down to me.
Okay, they're not that strong. Do they have mandibles? Nope. For real, man. What creature do I need to kill to get those? Like in one video, like I mean, most of my videos are like 1 hour. I will just go around and try to find that creature, and we'll farm some mobs along the way. That's always good. Not now, but maybe when I'm level 25, then we'll start running around and looting stuff and killing stuff. I think, yeah, I wanna blow up this thing. Just for fun of it. I think that should about do it. Let's see about this antenna. And why am I checking behind stuff when I have these glasses? Like, I'm so used to doing something like that, so I keep doing it. Man, this is like so far away. I mean, it's kind of beautiful to watch from here, but it's so boring to wait for your guy to climb up the ladder. There's some stuff even further upstairs. Okay, we should go further up. Let's use the ladder. What? Okay, come on. Let's see what we need to do upstairs. There's some loot there, but he said that I should probably fix it from upstairs, but maybe something downstairs. So let's pick up this stuff first. Some elixir there, always appreciated. Energy drink, energy bar. We will be able to craft something from that. Yeah, ring of strength, so kinda, do we have that already? I'm not sure. Let me... let's say it's 53. Haven't found something like in a while. Since I was doing quests, so let's see how these rings look like. It should give 5 strength, I think. Okay, yeah, this is the first one that we found. So, like, for some weapons, I think we need extra strength for something. This could be viable, but I think this ring is kinda the best, since stamina and health, like, always good. But if you need to equip some weapon, yeah, this could work also.
Okay, that should be child's play. It seems to have worked.
Is that like a... I was thinking that this is a safe or something. No, it isn't. So let's try to get upstairs. Get that. And I wanna check the roof of this thing, and there's also like downstairs in that area, maybe there's something there for like different patch of, well, ground. Like it was somebody like walk, like, okay, it looks like it's just like snowy patch, I guess. The ELEX turned it that way. Since most of the places where there's a lot of ELEX, there is snow. So I was thinking maybe there was those two mobs that one was there, I think. So I was thinking maybe there's like maybe some body or something to loot. But yes, there isn't. Let's check out this. Yeah, it's just the toilet paper. Nothing that special. There's something there. Like, it could have been at least natural ELEX. Some fuel. That is useful. And like, I do not think we can enter here. I mean, yeah, it looks like... Yeah, we cannot squeeze through those. And like, there is no loot obviously inside. So I think we did our job here. Not sure why that is still marked. So let's go to... Not sure if we should go to Daryl first. What are they doing?
Hello, stranger. I have the best. Oh.
See what he has. Probably nothing that important. He has some instruction for the ring. Oh, this one gives 10 strength. Now this is pretty nice, to be honest. I'm actually going to get this recipe. What about this thing? We already have it. He has some mana there. Hunter's armor. Nothing other important. I might craft that ring so I can equip something like 10 strength for like really higher level stuff when you get into like 80 or 90 strength, if you actually need. I think 85 is kinda a maximum requirement for a weapon, but do not quote me on that. Like, there is that kiss of that requires 92 constitution, so I'm not sure. But I think the weapons like the for affections, I do not think that any of them go above 85.
Carry on.
So let's go to Daryl first, since though we restored that communication. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Maybe we should have just gone to Daryl beforehand. Let's see. see what happens then.
Wonder if he was serious about
Like,
that.
I'm not sure that I will reload if there's a difference. Where's okay.
Blah. I got that taste in my mouth again like a...
I guess we have to finish the quest first.
Nothing is free in life.
He wouldn't have been punished for that in the past, but...
Will we get a level now? It should happen, I think.
I recalibrated the antenna.
Yes, thank you. We've already started to get messages through. We've had to do a bit of clearing up at this end, but that's a minor issue. What do you think? Is the station to the northeast in a good state, or are we likely to get another failure?
You had better ask the Alps that.
The Alps? So, Zakar's trying to cut off our comms now, are they? Here, this is for you. You shouldn't think that I don't value your service to our cause. Maintenance is...
Okay, so... yeah, he should have given us more shards, man. So let's go to Daryl, see if we get more experience and stuff from him.
Well, well.
I call that dangerous half.
There's a challenge, and that
Blah.
challenge must be met.
I think we shouldn't fix that station. Let me see. We should have just talked to the guy.
Why then waste time thinking about it?
Okay, let me like make a save game that's kinda a backup. I guess backup 1. And I will reload a bit further back to see what would have happened. So let's go and load maybe these are quick saves. So I know that we find that ring of strength, so that would be like, did we disable the console before that? Let me see. I think we disabled the console afterwards. I'm okay with... okay, so we didn't disable the console, I think. Let me see. We still have the quest. Let's go to Daryl and we'll see what happens. If not, I will just reload from the backup save game. Like, the quest was just to find the information, and the information was about that combat max, I think.
Don't take it personally.
I spoke to Lutz.
You got me just in time. I was right about to light one up. So, go ahead. What did he say?
I assume you don't want to hear about the energy regulators.
No, I don't want you to put me to sleep. I need information about what the clerics are planning. He must have said something about their plans.
Lutz said something about combat mechs being brought here from Ignadon.
That is the proof. They're planning an offensive.
He didn't say anything about an offensive. He mentioned defense.
No, there's no need for mechs for that. It's clear the clerics are planning something. Did he tell you anything else?
Yes, he wants me to help him re-establish contact with Ignodon.
How are you supposed to do that?
There's a defective relay station between Abessa and Ignodon. I'm supposed to readjust the antennas there.
Yeah, he doesn't look like someone who'd want to go outside the city. He's too cozy in his machine rooms. But we can use this to our advantage. When you readjust that antenna, you can install a little transmitter for me at the same time. That way we always have an idea what the clerics are up to. That'll make the Duke very happy.
I'll plant the bug.
And I'll give you a reward for that.
Okay, so this way we get more experience and rewards. So let's now do that thing here. So we will have to run again there, but... Well, I didn't think about it when I was doing the... when I started the quest, so... Yeah, you have to double back there. It's a good thing that I remember that we should do that. Get some extra experience that way. And also we are doing kinda an outlaw deal, helping the outlaws in the Dome City. But we will have to climb that thing again. Oh man, so freaking boring. Can we blow up that thing here? No, not really. Let's shoot this rat with Warbow. Just wasted arrows on the rat. If it only was a bit not that far up. Let's use the ladder. Like there's blood there, like did somebody fall down from upstairs or something? And 1 or 2 minutes later, the ladder simulator, climbing the ladder. Okay, let's go further up. At least this one is not that far. Okay.
Okay, that should be child's play. It seems to have worked.
Okay. Should about do it. So let's go to Daryl. Like, it would be nice if there was one teleporter inside the Dome City. But yeah. Can we speak to Lutz first and tell him that it's re-established?
I recalibrated the antenna.
Yes, thank you. We've already started to get messages through. We've had to do a bit of clearing up at this end, but that's a minor issue. What do you think? Is the station to the northeast in a good state, or are we likely to get another fail?
You had better...
Okay, so we already did that. Like, let's speak to Daryl now. Why did the quest log get cancelled? That's kind of weird. Maybe we should first talk to Daryl. Let's do it that way. So I will just load... I think this 8 minutes probably will do. Yeah, that's the one from the teleporter. So let's go to Daryl first, then we'll go to Lutz. It's kind of weird that Daryl should be like upstairs doing the technician's job, but he's now here.
I installed the bug.
I know. I've been picking up that broadcast ever since you got in there. I couldn't have got anywhere close to their comms equipment. But in you go, and now we have complete access to their network. Now, whatever they're planning, we can be one step ahead of them. You have earned my respect.
And my shards?
By the unspoken laws of Tavar, you shall be rewarded. A gift from the Duke of Tavar. Don't forget to see Lutz, yeah? If he thinks everything's working, he's gonna be looser with his talk. And that's your chance to find things out.
Okay, so let's go to Lutz now.
I recalibrated the antenna.
Yes, thank you. We've already started to get messages through. We've had to do a bit of clearing up at this end, but that's a minor issue. What do you think? Is the station to the northeast in a good state, or are we likely to get another failure?
You had better ask the Alps that.
The Alps? So, Zakar... You maintenance...
Okay... I think this just about does it. And we still didn't get the level. Like, on higher levels, you need really a lot of experience to get a level. Here, we're done with that, and yeah. We need like a smudge there to get level 22. Okay guys, this is about it for this part. So if you enjoy my videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel and see you in the next one.